limb extremity work is really important to get the suspension system of the body working. So a lot of people overlook it and they don't invest in doing a lot of calf raise work or tibialis anterior work. So it's an important thing to keep in your weekly routine, if not bi-weekly. So really simple versions are just doing calf raises, straight leg, bent leg, and then just floor tib anterior raises. So in the basic warm-up, I just have these where you're doing calf raises combined. So you can just start with those, working those different angles, so you're getting as far as you can each way. And that's quite good to start off with. The challenge with that, you're not getting a full range of motion in that calf, so you're not developing that Achilles tendon through that full deep position. And if your leg's straight and you're doing calf raises, you've got to do the bent one so you get the soleus muscle, the deeper calf muscle. So a good way to do it is just using a wall. So you can start out with double legs, and I'd like to start people off with just a 30-30. So they do 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds the other side. So they're doing calf raises for 30 seconds and then tib anterior raises for 30 seconds. 3 sets, 3 minutes. Really simple, really practical, and easy to be consistent with to get some benefits from. So an easy version to start with, you just come back, find where you can get that full range stretch. So you can push yourself back into it. I'm quite flexible, so I can go a decent distance back. And then I'm going to calf raise there. So I like doing 15 seconds of those. Then I'll come in, find where the bent knee range is, so bend my knees as much as I can. The tricky part with this is not moving the hips and just keeping it in the ankles, touching the heels each time. 15 seconds. Then turning around and doing it this way. Getting as high as you can, pulling the toes back, touching the toe tips down. So that's going to condition both sides. So I like 15 for the gastroc soleus, and then 30 seconds for that. If you haven't done them before, don't rush the process. It is quite uncomfortable. You will feel quite a decent amount of burning through there. Now to make that harder is quite easy. You just, obviously you can go to more reps, more sets, more time under tension. So you might do 30 seconds straight knee, 30 seconds bent knee, and then even a full minute on a tib anterior raise, but I'll probably just keep that to a 30. So that's going to be a minute and a half round and do 4 sets of that. So that would be 6 minutes worth. That would be pretty intense and a good foundation to work from. After that, you can repeat the process, go back again, but then do single leg. So you're doing straight leg, 15, straight leg, 15, bent knee, 15 on the single leg, bent knee, single leg, and then turn around. These ones, single leg, are very heavy, so what you want to do is spot into that position, decelerate. Spot, decelerate, and then the other side. Spot, decelerate. Spot it up, decelerate. So that action is so important. So when you're walking to get that deceleration, and if you have good strength in the lower extremity, you're protecting your knees, your hips, your lower back, and your whole spine, and you're keeping that really healthy. If you stop conditioning it, so people are running all the time when they're growing up, these things are already conditioned, but if they have stopped running and they've deconditioned those tissues, that elastic strength and tensile ability to have those ground reactive forces go through effectively without injury are lost. So you've got to keep that conditioned and work that tendon and work it through a full range, get strong at that M range. So that's a good place to start using the wall and going to the single leg version. So the heavier version would be 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds the other leg with straight knee, 30 seconds bent knee, 30 seconds bent knee, 30 seconds one leg on knees, 30 seconds one leg on knees, and then doing say 3 sets of that. And that'd be fairly long, 3-minute rounds. So it's a 9-minute workout just for your extremities, but they would be very strong and you'd be much healthier through there. If you are running on it 1 day a week or a couple of days a week, if you're new to this, I wouldn't do it on the day or the day before. Just when you're starting out, it's going to be quite tender and sore, so you want to build it up and then gradually improve it. But it is a good thing to throw at the end of your leg day or an upper body day at the end of a workout and just get it done, or you could just do it at a different time in the day because it can be done anywhere. You're just trying to promote that nice blood flow, get strong in the connective tissue in that end range. So to advance the calf raises, you can go up onto a step. This way you can get more of your weight coming down. Obviously with the wall you can push back with the upper body and get a certain amount, but here it's easy to do that single leg off the edge and then add external load. So here you just use a dumbbell, come down into that stretch and coming up. Get that full range. So do one side, other side. And it's good to have something you can rest your fingertips on so you can maintain balance. Then you can come back, do the bent knee, and then the other side, bent knee. The tib anterior raise, doing that off the steps a little bit hard. You can do it, but you've got that edge to come down off it. I don't rate it so much just because you can come down and up. I find, and I'm doing the single leg one there, I find the wall one just more effective. And then also you could use one of these tools, just a tib bar, where you're putting your feet in and you can lock the feet in so you can get that full nice range of motion there, extending and coming back. So that works quite well to strengthen through there and get a decent amount of loading so you can increase the load. You can go up quite heavy using the dumbbell and the weight that you're holding on to doing the single leg. But you just want to take your time, let the body develop, get stronger, see how you pull up and then just gradually increase the loading, the variation, the intensity, but you want to use all those acute exercise variables to improve it. So you've got your time under tension, you've got the speed of movement that you're using, you've got the external load that you're using, the amount of sets, and then usually I like, with most of my workouts, just to save time while I'm training clients and for myself, is no rest. So you're just working from one side to the other, so going from tib anterior to calf and just back and forth to get the work done, and then that's going to promote more blood flow too, rather than having these rests in between. You'll obviously be able to lift a lot heavier if you have a longer rest period, but you're trying to get a mixture of different fiber types when you're doing it, so not just your heavy fast twitch fibers, but you want that endurance response there as well. So get into that, get your ankles super healthy, super strong, and you'll see that it carries over into your ability to run, to jump, and then just performing through the whole chain of the leg. So your knees will be healthier because you have that stable base, your hips will be healthier, your lower back will be healthier, and if you're playing any sport where you're on your feet, it's going to improve it. And if you're not playing sport, then it's just going to give you that ability to play sport if you're not playing it on a regular basis rather than getting injured, because those tissues are healthier because you're using them all the time, once a week or twice a week. So those, you won't decondition, and you won't be someone who hasn't played sport for 5 years or whatever and decide you're going to go and play and tear a calf muscle, which is one of the most commonly injured muscles, especially for males when they go and play sport and they haven't played or conditioned their tissues for quite a while, and they go and play and they'll tear the muscle, and it's a really bad injury. It takes a long time to heal, and your calves will never look the same. Once you've torn it, then you have one smaller calf compared to the other, and it just won't look good. So get into that, look after yourself, enjoy.